Shai was my guy for doing the videos. These videos actually tell our buyers and sellers what we've done for other people, how we get them more money.
And that's what the Done For You video system does for it. We're using it everywhere that we can, whether it's in our Facebook advertising, whether it's on our website. We even use some of it in our listing presentations. And because it's so well done and explains everything in such great detail in a way that's more entertaining and more appealing, it gets us better interaction.
When you use Shai's Done For You products, you get professionally done videos without all of the hassle of having to figure out how to do a professional video yourself.
It's one of those things that adds credibility to everything that we do. It just solidified me doing the deal before I even got there in many cases.
I would highly recommend them. We use them, and like I said, we're going to do like $10.5 million in gross commission income this year. So if we need them, you for sure need them as well, and it will set yourself apart from the competition, and it will help you collect your fee.
I will say that Shai and his crew make you feel comfortable, make a video that's going to make a difference to your client base, whether you're recruiting or talking to buyers and sellers. We're using the messaging that we're learning here and putting it in a format that is professional. It's going to take you and elevate you to the next level of professionalism.
Our guarantee sale program, USP, has been introduced to thousands of people. It creates a good report. It increased our success rate, and you can see that in our numbers. I mean, its numbers have gone up dramatically.
We saw you on TV. That was exactly what he said. So it was a fantastic appointment. We just walked in and didn't have to compete for the listing.
You're basically pre-sold when you walk in the door. They're most of the time like, okay, we know you're the guy. In fact, they say you don't even have to go through the listing presentation. Let's just, where do I sign?
Before I actually walked into the seller's home, they had already received 2 different videos that I had sent to them before the meeting started. And now they're comfortable with me. They've seen me. They know a lot about what I stand for and my value proposition to them.
It's very important, and it's very important to have it done properly and professionally. So that's why I always hire Shai.
The videos are incredible and very, they come across really well.
Our conversion has gone through the roof. We're right at about 90% right now. A game changer, and you have to have it because what it represents for us in a month of commissions is about $80,000, $90,000 what we notice in our business a month. It's a must.
You show up to the listing appointment, I guarantee you will getting that listing, and you're getting that listing with higher commission. It's a game changer.
I know that the time I invested here today is going to have a huge impact on my business, and I would recommend it to everybody.
And a good day to you. Thank you very much for joining me on today's broadcast. Hi, my name is Shai Schwartzman, your audio video coach, and I'm excited to share with you another in one of our amazing topics on how to use video and video in a combination with online marketing to build your business, to generate leads, follow-up, conversion. And if you like our programming, I invite you now to please subscribe, click the notification bell, give us a thumbs up. It's a live session, so if you have questions, put them into the comments. Take full advantage of this live session in order to get the most and pick my brain. I've been coaching and working with clients in video for close to 30 years, and I got a lot to offer, a lot to teach you. And if you have any questions during our session, please comment and ask your question. It could be about what we're talking about today, or if there's anything about any questions about audio, video in social media, please I'll answer your questions. So let's get into today's topic. trust triggers, what to post and why it converts. So today, this is part number 4 of our 8-part series, The Undeniable Case for Video and the Strategic Mindset. And what I want to do with this 8-part course is I want to show you the strategy of using YouTube as your digital storefront. Using YouTube as the way where you generate leads, you use it for follow-up, building trust and rapport, and using it for conversion, converting prospects into clients, and then ultimately, that cycle goes over again as you build referrals. So we're halfway through. This is session number 4, Trust Trigger, and this is a really important session. So I hope you came to listen, ask your questions. If you have a notebook in front of you, or if you want to take notes, we're going to show you what to post and why it converts. Now, if you missed any of our sessions, I invite you to visit on our YouTube page on Audio Video Coach. You'll find sessions 1 to 3, along with other awesome videos that'll really give you great insight on using video and get started in video and plussing. So if you're doing any video production now, I'm sure you'll get a lot of really good information on plussing whatever you're doing now. So in our first session, we talked about why the why of video, understanding why video currently is the means of communication, and why you want to implement video into your business. And then in session 2, which is really important as well, is we wanted to define our audience. So who are we talking to? We're not Coca-Cola. I use that example. Coca-Cola sells to everyone in the world. So who is Coca-Cola's customer? Everyone. Now, as small business people, we're not going to answer that question in the same way. We're not Coca-Cola. We don't serve everyone. So who in our community do we want to do business with? Is it first-time home buyers? Is it move-up sellers? Is it investors? So we want to decide who we want to work with. What types of properties are selling? We want to do a little bit of research because we don't want to just fly off the handle and, work with move-up sellers, for example. Maybe there aren't a lot of move-up sellers in your community. Maybe there aren't a lot of first-time buyers. Maybe there's a lot of people who are empty nesters and are looking to transition to the next step of their lives. So maybe that's who we should target as our market. So we want to know who we're talking to. So the videos that we're creating are the videos that are going to translate into connecting with the audience that we want to connect with. So that's really important. And in our last session, part 3, we talked about the how to set up our storefront, how to set the stage with that builds authority, that builds trust, builds connections. Now, think of YouTube as the place where people go to look for information. So YouTube is an intentional platform. What do I mean by intentional? By intentional, I mean it's somewhere where people go to search information. typically people don't go on YouTube just to flip around, or what I call unintentional searching. For example, unintentional searching could be, I'm on Facebook or I'm on Instagram, TikTok, and I'm searching through the, I'm flipping through the videos. So typically, people don't go to YouTube to do that. Although, again, caveat with whatever I say, that's just a general overview. Now, YouTube, and I'm going to talk about it today, so stick with me, is YouTube Shorts. So YouTube has taken what Facebook and Instagram, TikTok have done and have created their own shorts. But ultimately, YouTube is a great place to build that authority, to build it's a place where people search out information, and then if they connect with you, they keep coming back. And that's what we're going to talk about today in our fourth broadcast on this in this series, is the trust triggers, what to post and why it converts. So let's talk about your content. What to fill, what fuels it, and what ultimately going to create that trust for you. So trust is what transforms awareness. Write this down. Trust is what transforms awareness into opportunity. If people aren't aware of you, what you do, how you can help them, how you can ease whatever pain they have, that turns that awareness into opportunity. So in these videos that we're going to talk about today, it's really about you setting yourself apart, how people see you, perceive you, and think about you, and ultimately like and trust you. Because that feeling, that emotion, okay, is what compels or gives them reason to contact you. So I'd like to write this down as well. Trust is the currency of conversion. People typically want to work with people they like and trust, people they get to know. So it's not about being the smartest or the most experienced, although obviously experience helps, knowledge helps, knowing the market, knowing your job helps, obviously. But if you don't have that trust factor, or the fact that people know you, then they don't connect with you. You know, how many times have you been out on an appointment and, the appointment goes great, you talk through with the prospect, great rapport, and you call, they're not ready to make a decision. You follow up with them a day or two later, and they ended up going with someone else. And you can't figure out why. I mean, the rapport was good, your presentation was good. There's something about that other person that they probably just connected with more. So you want to use your videos with the repeated exposure, and I say this a lot in my broadcasts, that consistency is really important. So repeated exposure and consistency is really important, so that you go from the stranger to the familiar to the trusted guide. So that's why every video that you create should build familiarity and build authority. So what does familiarity mean? It means I know this person. If they watch your videos and they see your videos and you retarget them, you know, you do the right marketing approach with your videos. They start to get to know you. They know you as the person who sells homes faster and for more money, the agent who interviews some of the people on Main Street, some of the different businesses, the cafes, the people at the community center, what have you. And then authority says, I trust this person. So you also give them really good information on home buying and home selling, that they trust your opinion. So your job with your videos is to create both. So let's get now into the types of videos that you will want to produce. So YouTube Shorts are one. These are YouTube's version of, you know, the vertical videos that you've seen and you probably watch on TikTok, Instagram, etc. So YouTube Shorts are a way to capture attention and reach new viewers. I like to say it's your first handshake with the audience. So these are 15 to 60 seconds previews. They're short, they're punchy, they're built for discovery. You're not trying to sell anything. You're not, you just want to leave them with a really simple message. So in your case for real estate, that might be numbers are really important with these, like 3 signs that the market is turning in, and then you would add your city, town, county, neighborhood. Or the number 1 mistakes buyers are making in today's market. So numbers are really important, and something discoverable, some sort of, I wouldn't say, I mean, it could be outrageous. You can make some outrageous statement. That's always good. Something that'll really grab their attention. Now, again, someone who's reticulator activator, someone who's thinking about real estate, these little shorts capture their attention and then stop them in their tracks. Because these are, although they're on YouTube, and you're going to run these on other platforms as well. No reason not to. But these are, they capture attention, they stop them in their tracks. They're ideal for market updates, quick tips, myths, reactions. You know, something comes up in the marketplace. I'll talk a little bit about content in a few minutes. Something people, the government releases some new program. Interest rates go down, go up. Something that's in the news, something that people are talking about, something that you want to create a punchy intro to it, give it a number, 3 reasons, 4 reasons, etc. And you'll create some really good and fast impressions. They're easy to consume, easy to share. And again, it gives the audience that first recognition of you. So again, they're not about selling. Don't think about selling anything. What you're creating is curiosity. And the next one is episodic series. Now, once they see you in some of these short videos, you're going to build familiarity and routine with series content. What do I mean by series content? It's where you stop being a stranger and becoming part of their routine. Certain people that I follow on YouTube, I consider them experts. So like I'm into photography, for example. And there's some photographers that I follow, and I watch their content on a regular basis. I'm into marketing. So there are marketing gurus that I like to follow on a regular basis. And how did I start to follow them? I saw some of their short videos, and they had some really good information that really attracted me. And then I said, well, I'm going to check them out. So then I went onto their YouTube channel, and I started watching more of their long form videos, which gave me some really good information. And so I subscribed. I wanted to get notified every time new videos have come up. I liked the videos. And so that algorithm, because I liked them, that algorithm helped me, obviously helped each other. Their videos, I became aware of their videos, and then their videos were then pushed towards me. So it's symbiotic. So the series content is about you stopping from being a stranger, and as I said, become part of their routine. So your episodic series are your consistent content, kind of like I do my live broadcasts here. This is my consistent content. So think about, let's say you're in Dallas. Think about the North Dallas Market Weekly. Or if you're in Tampa, the Tampa Market Weekly. If you're in Toronto, the Toronto Market Weekly. You could even hone it down to the neighborhoods or North Toronto. You could hone it down. You could do the neighborhood deep dive. You could do agent insights. You could do a regular program on your weekly or monthly insights into the marketplace. You could do Q&As. I get a lot of questions from my buyers and sellers. Here's some of the top 5 questions I got last week and how I answered them. Because if one person's asking a question, then there's probably a multiple number of people who are thinking that question at the same time. So when someone tunes in regularly, when you're connecting with people on a regular basis, you're chipping away, you're building that battle, you're winning, that battle of trust. And over time, you're building a relationship with them. And again, if you have any questions, let me know. I'd love to hear from you. There's a few questions here. Let me take a look. I have a question here. Thank you very much. I noticed that Reels get more views and engagement than regular landscape videos. Does that mean Reels convert more effectively than the latter? Let me answer that question now. Reels, vertical Reels get more engagement because they're shorter clips. So people are just, they're flipping, they're watching. The longer videos, they're more intentional. And so people don't, unless they're watching them, they're not going to get as many eyeballs, let's say. Now, again, you could have lots of subscribers, and you're going to get a lot of views with those subscribers, but the short videos just get more eyeballs because they're They're just in front of people a lot more. Do they convert better? It depends what you're selling. If you're selling something that is, if you're selling a $5 item, you could probably, or $10 item, you could probably sell it in a short video. Very simple. It's not a big decision. Think of when you're standing at a grocery store or at a store, you're in the aisle, you're winding down the line to get to the cashier. They always have like a bag of chips or chocolate bars or like little things that don't cost very much. They're not big decisions. You've walked through the store, you've picked up whatever you wanted. These are not big decisions. So, you grab that bag of candy or whatever it might be. And so these little short videos, they can convert for that type of thing. But if you're selling a big ticket item, that conversion is not going to happen. So those short videos, and it's actually a good question to ask, because I'm going to go back here to the YouTube Shorts, because we talked about capturing attention and getting new viewers. So with these, you want to basically have a call to action. So let's say you have the 3 signs the market is turning in Vaughan, let's say. To get more information on this, follow the link, or if you're doing a sponsored ad on Facebook, you can add one of your lead ads. And we talk a lot about this in some of our other videos. Lead ads are in Facebook, where you click on like learn more or whatever you decide to put on the button. You can then it autofills the person's name and information. So if you're doing lead ads, you could do that through Facebook or Instagram. But my point is that always have a call to action. I should mention that. And so these shorts do a good job of converting to get them to the next step. That next step could be a special report, could be a free online webinar, could be something of value. And so these shorts are good for that. So thank you for your question. I hope I answered that. So the episodic is, again, someone to tune in regularly. And these videos are for building relationships. Okay? So again, what are some good ideas for that? A weekly market update, a neighborhood deep dive, a monthly agent insights, a Q&A, how to prepare your home to sell, 10 mistakes to avoid when preparing your home to sell, renovations to make when. So again, more information and that type of content. The other thing that you want to consider is live streams, just like we're doing now. Nothing builds trust better than authenticity. And when you're live, you're authentic. Warts and all, if you will, It's not perfect. And it doesn't have to be perfect. None of your videos really have to be perfect. They just have to be consistent. And as time goes on, you're going to get better. But nothing shows authenticity more than live streaming. When you're going live, you're unfiltered. People can ask questions. There's a connection there. You're engaging. Okay? So, again, it takes time to build an audience. Nothing gets built overnight. It takes time. And so your your content, your shorts, all, and then doing live streams again on a regular basis, you're going to build that real-time connection. And for example, once you start to build an audience, you can do, for example, a Friday market live. So every Friday, you do a live at, could be noon, could be in the evening, could be a Sunday afternoon. You need to find the time that works best. But you could do like an open Q&A about buying and selling in your area. Another thing is you could even go live from a listing. Let's say you just signed a listing at 123 Main Street and you're having an open house on Saturday. Why not live stream the open house? If you know you're going to have a good turnout, and you get your open houses get good turnouts, do a live stream where you show some of the people walking in. You can walk around and give a tour of the house, start outside. Hey, it's Joe Smith, it's Joanne Smith here. I'm at 123 Main Street in Caledon, and beautiful neighborhood. You're gonna, you love this Upper Caledon Acres Estates. I'm just making that up. Neighborhood, beautiful house here at 123 Main Street. Our open house today is from 2 to 4 p.m. Let's do a quick walkthrough to show you what's available for you in this and you could do a walkthrough, and or how about a community event? Maybe you're sponsoring a community event. Halloween is coming up, and in my neighborhood, there's a gentleman. He does a haunted house. He's been doing it for years. People know about. People drive from near and far to see this guy's decoration. It's all for a good charity, and it's sponsored by a real estate agent, a real estate team that's big in the neighborhood. So if I were that agent, that team, I'd do a live stream from that event. Again, you're not selling houses necessarily in it, but you're providing that information. You're providing, you're showing who you are. You're building that familiarity and authority. Educational how-to videos. So this is similar to what we just talked about in the episodic. So this could be part of your episodic, or it could be on a different playlist. Now I'll get into playlists in a moment. But this is what I call your help content. And it becomes your long-term SEO gold. These videos answer the specific questions your real estate clients are typing into YouTube and Google. So this is what Google and YouTube, this is what I referred to earlier as intentional. So, what do I know? What do I need to know before selling my home in Toronto or North Toronto? How can I buy a home with 0% down? Or how can I buy a home with 5% down? These are the questions that people will type into the search. And as you know, YouTube, which is owned by Google, is the second biggest search engine after the Google main search engine of Google. So people will go onto YouTube to look for this type of stuff. So how to buy a home with 5% down, 10% down. Maybe they're looking at different neighborhoods. Let's say I'm in Vaughan, Ontario, and I'm thinking, the Maple and Woodbridge. They're two different neighborhoods in Vaughan. So let's say I want to know what's the pros and cons of living in Maple versus Woodbridge? So this could be a great video if you were an agent in that area. This would be a great video to show someone about the pros and cons of either place. These videos position you as the go-to source. So the purpose is to solve problems and answer key questions. What are questions that the typical buyer and seller in your marketplace asks? What are questions that you get asked a lot? If you get asked it, then there's probably multiple numbers of people who are also thinking about that specific question. So when you solve someone's problems, you're building that foundation of trust. So think about how to, what is, should I. You know, those are the beginning parts of the questions that people are asking. So you want to create those videos. You know, how to stage my home effectively? How do I get pre-approved for a mortgage? So what are the questions that people are asking? So these are the educational videos, and then it's like the episodic. They're consistent, but the episodic is more about the market updates, the neighborhood tours, the Q&As. They're more like the 30,000 level. You know, great cafes in the neighborhood versus the educational how-to. It's a fine line. I mean, they're both episodic because they're both educational in content, but this educates them more on the specifics of real estate. And then testimonials. I cannot say enough about getting testimonials. Testimonials are your third-party endorsement. It's not you saying how great you are. It's your happy clients saying how great you are. And I'll throw into this 2 community spotlights. It's your proof that people like you. People like doing business with you. When others vouch for you, when others say, you know, Joanne did a great job for us selling our house. Joe, you know, we went in with three offers. There were 3 offers on the home we wanted to buy. Joe got us the house. He negotiated on our behalf, etc. Or if you do a spotlight on something in the community, maybe there's an association or a worthy cause that you support. You want to highlight that. You know, maybe there's a local animal shelter that you do work for. It's something that you do. You rescue animals. You work with an animal shelter. You work with youth. You contribute to you help military families. And if they're having an event, or you want to showcase this in some way, these are the types of videos that you can spotlight, what you do in the community. And as I said, testimonials. So it's to show social proof and emotional validation. What topics can you do? For example, client success stories. You know, you helped Joe and Joanne Smith buy a house. Share that journey. Local business interviews, the charities, the worthy causes. And what you can do is you could take these testimonials and community spotlights and turn them into episodes. So for example, here's one example for you, the client success story. So let's say you're working with a couple or a couple buyers or a buyer, and they're looking to buy a home in a certain neighborhood. You can create a series of videos from the time you meet with them or from the first time you take them out to showings, and you can create content that follows from those first showings all the way to them moving into the house. How awesome would that be, where you create a story out of it, something that people follow along. So you're doing the testimonials, the proof, the social credibility, but then you're tying it into episodic, where you're creating content that people can follow. So how you started working with the buyer, showings you've gone on, you went to see 3 or 4 houses. What did you think of this house? What did you think of that house? Should we put an offer on this one? How did that offer go? And then finally them moving in. You could do the same on the sell side. Maybe before the house is staged, you create some videos where, what the house looked like before. People love that, the before and after. Then of it being staged, then some open houses, then finally it being sold. So and then you can walk them, they can walk through, or the home seller can kind of give you a bit of a testimonial throughout, and of course at the end. So it tells your audience that I'm not just an agent, I'm a human being, I'm part of this world, and that I help people, I get along with people, people like me, and if they like me, you'll like me too. And it turns that trust into loyalty. So as we get towards the end of our session today, I walk through you some different ideas of content that you might want to create. Now, if you want to get more inside information, you want to talk to me personally, you like some of the ideas that I'm sharing with you, you want someone to work with you, to coach you, to give you guidance, get connected with me. You can reach me through my social media. Just below, there's links to contact me. You can visit my website at audiovideocoach.com. Again, that's audiovideocoach.com. If you go to that website, you learn a little bit more about me, and you're able to take a free 3-part video course. In the course, it's on demand. There's no cost, no obligation. You just register for the course. Part 1 is how to shoot your video. So I walk you through how to create videos using your smartphone, a microphone, tripod, very simple. How you get started. Video number 2 is editing. Is if you want to do your own editing, we show you how to do that. And then 3, how to take that content and share it on social media effectively. So it's a 3-part course. You can get it. You can register for free at audiovideocoach.com. And also below, you'll find some of our different resources for real estate agents. So we have our virtual editing program. So you're creating these videos, but you're not interested in editing them. You don't know how. You don't have time. Really, your time is better spent working with buyers and sellers. Don't waste your time editing videos. I know everyone wants to do things on their own, DIY, sorry. But you know, I wouldn't extract my own tooth. You know, I could wiggle it and pull it out, but I probably won't do that. I'll go to a dentist. So same idea. You know, don't do it yourself. Your time is better spent working with buyers and sellers, and we have an affordable, systemized approach to editing videos, the way vertical or horizontal videos, the way that it's done to create engagement. So you can find out more about my virtual video editing program. There's my animated explainer video system. This is a library of multiples and multiples of animated video teasers that you can use as social media ads. They're engaging. They speak to buyers and sellers. They get them to raise their hand. And then, of course, there's other videos that you use for follow-up for your email. Check it out. That's my animated explainer program. And, of course, if you want to get in touch with me, if you have questions about creating videos, how to get started, how to plus the videos you're working on, I welcome your feedback and connecting with you. So finding topics. So you say to me, Shai, you know what? I love all the stuff that you're talking about, but where do I come up with all this content? So it's not that difficult. You just kind of have to have your ear to the ground, as it were, and think about what people, or listen to what people are asking. As a real estate agent, what are people asking you? What are the FAQs, frequently asked questions, that people ask? What's going on in the news? You know, when you're flipping through social media, what are you finding? What are the questions that people ask? Or what, like as I said, what's in the news? Did the government come up with some new formula, some new incentive for first-time home buyers, some new incentive, some new tax incentive to buy or sell property? What our interest rate going up? Our interest rates going down? Is the government putting more money into housing? What are those water cooler topics? What are people talking about in the news? You could do searches. So you could do searches on AI. I don't know if you're using ChatGPT or Gemini or one of the other ones. You could do searches on. You could do research. What are people ask? You know, what are some of the frequently asked questions that people have for real estate agents? I mean, it'll come up with them for you. You could do searches on YouTube. On Google, you go on People Always Ask. So you just gotta listen. Gotta listen. Keep a sharp eye out, and you'll find that the content is really the questions that you get asked. As I said, and then of course the trends, the market shifts, the seasonal cycles. You know, if it's a spring, you know, a lot of people talk about the spring market. You know, selling in the spring market versus in the summer versus in the winter. So these are just great ideas to do videos on. So if you have questions, of course, on content, we can help you with content too. We create a lot of content for real estate agents. Again, check out my animated explainer video system. A lot of great content there. And finally, I want to talk to you about your content calendar. So we've talked about the type of content you want to create and how it'll help you. But without planning, it's just not going to happen. So you might want to, this is what I like to do. Once a week, once every other week, I just create content. I take an afternoon and I make a list, I make some scripts. I work towards that day or that afternoon or that morning, whatever it happens to be. And I'm going to create my content. I'm just going to do my content all in that one time. Maybe that's 5 videos, maybe that's 6 videos. I typically do long form because then I can repurpose my long form into short form. And you want to keep your content going. Make a date with yourself. Don't skip it. You want to keep your content fresh. And you also want to make sure that you're using your time effectively. So create yourself a window to do 5-6 long form videos that could then be edited down into shorter videos, what we call repurposing. And then every month you might want to have a different theme. For example, January might be a home buyer planning session. February might be community spotlights. March might be market trends. So plan and rotate your themes. You want to post every day, really. And every day you could have a different theme. Like Monday could be testimonials. You upload a testimonial. Tuesday could be a Q&A. 3 could be content. 3 meaning Wednesday. 4 or Thursday could be a community spotlight. Friday, maybe you spotlight your worthy cause. So every day should be something different. And so it's important to create a calendar. So what are you going to do every week? What are you going to publish every day? What are you going to shoot that once or twice, once a week or twice a week, whenever you set aside that time? What are you going to shoot? What are people asking about? And and then once it's edited, the long form is edited, you're going to take that long form and you're going to repurpose it into short form. If you want to learn more about that, the difference and how to get it done, visit my website. You'll find the link below, the virtual video editing at virtualvideoeditor.com. And so your viewers will appreciate variety. But again, for you, what's important is consistency. And I think that's all we have today on today's broadcast on the trust triggers, what to post and why it converts. I hope you've enjoyed this information. I really enjoyed putting it together for you. And if anyone has any questions, please put your comments in the make your comments. We'll be on for a couple more minutes. So build your channel with purpose and fill it with content that connects and converts. And on our next session, our 5th in our 8-part series, we're going to do another live webinar on trust into action, how to convert leads on camera. So on-camera strategies and calls to action that turn engaged viewers into qualified leads. So we've talked about from 1 to 4, how to, the benefits of video, who we're talking to, how to set up your channel, Now the content, you've got great content, you're engaging with your prospects. Now in our next session, we're going to talk about how we're going to turn those engaged people, we're going to turn them into qualified leads. The trust that we create with our videos will open the door, and the actions that we take and the actions and our calls to action that we provide to our viewers will help us connect with them and close deals. So I want to thank you very much for today. It's been a pleasure. It's been an honor. I love doing these. I love connecting with the audience. I love connecting with you. And if you didn't have a chance to pop in your question today, connect with me at audiovideocoach.com. Here's my email address, and connect with us on social media. If you're like what you've seen today, I would welcome you to, again, subscribe, click on the notification bell, like our videos. It helps us get our videos out there, helps us grow our audience. If we can grow our audience, we're going to bring you a lot more great videos on how to implement video effectively into your business. So again, I'm Shai Schwartzman, your audio video coach. Thank you for spending your time with me today, and I wish you a great day, the rest of your day, and I look forward to connecting with you on our next live event. All the best.